we go. Good to see you guys. Doing a little testing on a few things here and there. Looks like we've got some people in here already. Obviously, Alan, fishing guy, first. And there we go. We've got Bob Pita, number 2. Tim Huther, you are deterred. Hey, LP, what's your name and do you work at Walmart? Well, my name is Cal. And no, I do not work at Walmart. Have not, nor will I ever work at Walmart. But it is interesting to see that people still think that I do. And that's okay, because I know it's just a joke. I know it's just a joke. Let's see here. What do we got here? And then I also saw, we got here, Graham showing up in here. Graham, I have already, that's how fast I found you, Graham. G. Graham. But that's you, bro. It took like that. That's how fast I found you. Gotta love the FCC, man. You gotta love the FCC. Your secret is safe with me. All right, let's see here. And good morning, Clint. Good morning, Clint. And to everybody who's throwing money my way, I appreciate every single dollar. Obviously, you will get your questions asked first. Got to keep the lights on. That's true. And fix the heat. Heat's good. It's the water. It's the water. If you guys didn't know, I've been out of water for about 4 days now. But I'm a prepper, so we're okay. You know, basically, I've got the porta potty set up in the bathroom. Got the kid litter tote Works perfectly. It's oddly enough like almost no smell whatsoever. You know, tons of water stored away, ready to go. And as soon as the city gets their head out of their ass and realizes that the brand new meters that they put in are failing, then I guess, yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's see here. Don't forget to fix the water lines. You're like my monetary mental reminder. Guys, go back and give these guys all a thumbs up. It's all very appreciated. We got good morning. Fish said, or Alan says, I even have to pay 0.92 cents tax on top of the exchange rate. Worth it. Thumbs up. Canada. He's gonna do it. What is this I'm doing? Can you turn the volume up a bit? Yeah, let me fire that. Let me crank this microphone up a little bit. I hate to say it, but it's normally on your side. But when I was doing the podcast yesterday with Jester, he did say the volume sounded low, and which is odd because this is an awesome microphone. Maybe is it the gain? Maybe I push the gain up a little bit. Let's try that. I'm gonna turn the gain up a little bit. How's that, guys? Is that better? Is that better? Okay. Let's see here. Goal achieved. See goal. Let's see the goal. A goal is achieved. All right, good. Good. I like it. All right, let's see here. Oh shit. It is done. Happy Saturday. Well, I think we're kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Gary says it's cold here. Yes, Gary, it is cold where you are. Haha. I don't know. Will it show me where you are? Let's see here. Well, it won't show me where you are. Technician. There used to be like a map you could use to find these people, but that's as far as we're going with that, Gary. Your secret is safe with me. Deanna, good morning to you as myself. Oh, you're right. Good. It's not afternoon yet, but I'm going with it. Good afternoon. I've got the coffee fired up here. I thought it was like, we did coffee with Cal yesterday, and I was like, you know what? Let's just break some shit. Let's just like ask some questions. You know, tell me what is it? Ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies. That kind of thing. You know. All right. Let's see here. All right, so looks like everybody's kind of checked in. Let's see. It's hard to tell how many people we got. It says I have one person watching. The YouTubes are telling me that I have one person watching right now, just out of morbid curiosity. Also, I do need to fix this screen right here. I got to turn this off. I don't want people to see where this guy lives. That's bad juju. I'm gonna flip this button right here, and I've been trying to adjust the. You guys are kind of like my test monkeys right now. I'm trying to get rid of that damn box. I did the sign-in box. I did it all. I did everything YouTube asked me to do, but it still doesn't want to do things properly for some reason. No video. No. What do you mean no video? What are you talking about, Tim? Am I supposed to play a video? What are you talking about? I'm perplexed at this point. All right, let's see. All right. It took me 7 tries to pass my tech test. I believe it, man. What to ask? The lamb slide is back. There you go. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. IC12. Well, that's a good number. But yeah, today's basically ask me no questions. I'll tell you no lies. But yeah, IC12 watching, but I have no video. What do you mean you have no video? Can you guys all see me? Can you guys all see me? Let me hit the refresh button on this thing. I mean, you should be able to see me clear as day. The light is on. I see you on video. Okay. All right. I have black screen. Tim, I don't know. Tim, refresh, bro. F5. F5, mofo. I'll go ahead and come back in. All right. Okay, so technical issues on Tim's side had me freaking out there for a second, even though I do have like software that shows like all these different things. But it's still not that great. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today, guys? Like I said, I've got my coffee. I'm running my Make Me Look Better light off of actually a USB power source. I've got pocket knives. I can do the frickin' the whole fidget thing if you want me to with my pocket knife, you know, like some other people do, which I actually like their videos. I actually like their stuff. They're just too long. Gotcha now. 18 left and came back. Got you. I got you. All right. So we can talk about anything you guys want to talk about, but it requires attendance and participation. And then we can go forward from them, because if I start to talk about something, then it's going to be like blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start to lecture and do all that crazy ass stuff I don't really want to do. I'd rather talk about like a fresh topic that you guys want to hear about. So now is the time for you guys to do that, and it requires thumbs and fingers and all that good stuff that you know how to do that. Yes, you do. I can tell. I can tell. All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. Download wire. All right. When will we officially move? So JDM just messaged me on the Discord, and I've told her I'm trying to get everybody. I'm trying to get everybody to move over from the members to move over from the Discord to Wire. We're moving off of Discord. Discord has tried some Orwellian crap. Again, it blew up in their face. It didn't go well for them at all. But they've also tried that in the past too. And people are like, whoa, no. And every time people freak out about it, then they automatically start to backpedal, because they know they'll instantly lose their audience, and their audiences are gamers. And there's a handful of other gaming chat apps out there that do the same exact thing, and they don't want them to roll over to them. So let's see. But yeah, with JDM, I am going to. There's no official date. No official date. All right, there we go. Let's see here. So, can you tell me how to program my AR-152 Pro? No, I can't, because I don't have one here with me. AR-150. Let me look at the front of that. I have played with so many radios. AR-152 Pro. Let's see here. What is this? Let me see what this thing. Oh, no. I can't even do that. I can't even do that, because I've never touched this radio in my life. It's a Baofeng, so it will probably, you know what, let's switch screens. I've made the move. There you go, Alan. Let's throw this on the screen for Gary and everybody else, so that they know what he is talking about. So the AR-152 Pro is actually considered to be one of the higher end Baofengs. I know that NC Scout it loves these radios. He highly endorses them, and he pretty much uses them for kind of everything. I'm going to make that picture bigger. There you go. But so it looks just like a dagger, man. You know, people have a tendency to like slide over to radios like that, because not only does the radio have a lot of capabilities, but it also looks like a military radio, and people want that tactical feel. But it really does do a lot of things. I've seen what's his name? NC, the guy who wrote the book on the Baofeng. I've seen him do some pretty amazing things with these things, and teach people some pretty amazing things. NC Scout, there you go. And so I would, Gary, if you need that information, I would reach out to NC Scout. And I hate to say it, but most of the time, you know, with the Baofengs, the instructions that they're putting out are pretty damn good. And the videos that we're starting to see that are coming out from the Baofeng, the newer Baofeng radios, are very positive. They're very positive. So let's see here. I've made the move. Retired Army veteran. Gotcha. I gotcha. So you know what I'm talking about. It looks like a dagger. You know. There's a military radio that looks exactly like this, guys. We just called it the dagger. I'm not sure what they called it in the Army. but is basically like one of the very first formal walkie-talkie style radios that were issued to like squad leaders and below. You know, the guys that didn't have like radio men to carry around their radios and that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Next question, please. Next question, please. Let's see here. Greg says, Greg knew. Okay, cool. We got another one. I think Chirp is still programming in this radio. It's very user-friendly. Yeah, so I got a question for you, Greg New. Has Chirp updated their software to work with Windows, 11, and are we up to 12 now, maybe? The newest versions of Windows? Because that was always a stopping block. I actually have like a laptop over here that I keep. That's a Windows 10 machine that has Chirp on it, and that's the only thing it does. That's the only thing I use that machine for, because there was such a problem with Chirp moving on to, the newer versions of Windows. So, where are we at here? The Dagger. Z Holst Raphael says, did, I'm just going to call you Ziso? No, Raphael. I'm calling you Raphael because you just, there's just too many vowels and consonants in your names, Broseph. In your name. There are too many, okay? So I'm just calling you Raphael. So did you deploy? Yeah, I've deployed multiple times. 20 years in the Marine Corps, 13 years as a DoD contractor. I still have sand in my boots. And believe it or not, most of my time was in jungles and not sand. So let's see here. Not sure I'm a Mac guy. Well, there's your problem. No, I mean, I know that they have a compatible version for Mac, but that was always the thing. That's why I have that one PC over there, that laptop, and that's all it does. So let's see here. I was in Kuwait and Iraq 0405. Nope, not my time period, bro. Not my time period. Let's see. What else do we got? Let's start throwing those questions out, guys. Otherwise, this is going to be I can pretty much talk about anything you want me to. This, like I said, let's break some shit today, and let's have fun doing it. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so now. Also, a thumbs up wouldn't hurt because it's free and it's good for me. And I'll be able to continue making videos like this with like no substance whatsoever. No. If you guys didn't know this, if the new people didn't know this, I've kind of moved on from, so I am a prepper. I have been, I always will be. I will talk about preparedness related things all the damn time, but that's not the sole focus. I wanted to like broaden the focus so I could be able to talk about more things. Because how long, how many times do you got to like make a video? If you want to purify your water, it's gonna be 8 drops per gallon. Yeah, if you get any more than that, you're gonna poop your pants. How many videos do I have to make like that? How many gear reviews of I've still got stuff stacked up over there. I got to do gear reviews on because it's like, this is one of the coolest flashlights I've ever seen in my life. It's like, how many of those videos can you absorb and not like want to throw up? So let's see here. I was in Kuwait. There we go. It's Raphael. It's fine. Good. Go. Wow. Thank you for your service. MOS. Which one? I had 5. Let's see. Started off as 0341, went to 8541. Let's see. I did some NBC time with 8411. I was a recruiter, but that was in 8411. I was an 8412 interim career recruiter. Came back to the fleet after they tried to like just bend me over, with the bag of sand and all. And then let's see what else. Obviously 0369. But yeah, basically a grunt who can do everything. I did a little bit of everything. Once people in the military figured out that I could be a hammer or I could be a scalpel, but either way, I was a tool that they could use to fix problems. I got used a lot. I actually retired in 2007 from what the Marine Corps now calls the MLG as an infantryman working in the MLG. So let's see here. Question, have you used flint and steel? I have used flint and steel before. It's after you go through your first jungle training experience where they start to show you different ways to make fire. You realize that's really cool, but then they pull out a lighter and say, when you can learn to do all of those, you can use one of these. Click, click. Modern technology, it works. The Bic lighter, yeah, Bic lighter is almost ancient technology. It's almost ancient technology. Oh, so you were a 52 Delta? I got you. I don't know what the 20 is though. 52 Delta. 52 Delta. MOS. What is that? Army Power Generation Equipment Repairer. Gotcha. Let's see here. 91 Delta is a Tactical Power Generation Specialist. Oh, that's cool. 18 Delta, then 180 Alpha. Gotcha. 18 Delta. I thought 18 Delta were 18 Deltas infantry guys? I was the Army MOS's Special Forces Medical Sergeant. Boom. Love it, man. As a contractor, I retired out of MARSOC. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that out loud. I did sign some waivers, but no, it's okay. It's if people know that, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, I worked in a lot of technical, like not electronic, beep boop type stuff over there at MARSOC. So, but then I woke up one day and I was just like, yeah, dude, I have 3 bosses. I really felt like I was in the Bob, the interview, the Bob's interview. Was it Workspace, Office Space? Yeah, classic movie. And I woke up one day and I realized I had 3 jobs or 3 bosses. And every day it was like, hey, so are you working on this? Or so you're working on that? You're working on this. It's like, what the hell? And then they wanted me to write reports every day, updates on my progress. But I was an independent contractor working on independent programs that technically I should only had one boss who was at the very top of this shop. We'll say shop. It was a G shop. Anyway, but that's how we find out. That's how we find out that we're just tools being used by our government. So. Let's see here. Just another Russian bot. You suck at this. Give up, brah. Suck at what? Your mom loved it. Anyway, brah. Or brah. Let's see here. Raphael says simpler a tool, the hardest it is. Just look good, old Bic. Yeah, good old Bic lighter, man. Good old Bic lighter. I'm gonna switch back to the main here. Let's see here. Raphael says, why are you wasting your time trying to hate? It won't affect him. And if you don't like his content, then just leave. Yeah, Raphael, he's just a troll. He's just a troll. I immediately went to the throat punch, knife hand, and yeah, so now he's laying on the ground going, he's not getting what he wants out of the process. So I let him play in here, man. It's actually good for my specs. You know what I'm saying? I destroy these trolls but anyway, let's see here. Why are you wasting time? Tucson Prepper showed up. Good morning, my friend. Good to see you. What you mean? Yeah, it's pretty easy to destroy these people with small minds. So, JDM, what are you trying to say to me over here? YouTube. Oh, she's trying to get in. Okay. I hope that you have a support system where he lives. Are you going to be under here? Let's see here. Where is she at? Post something. Post something in there. Anyway, so I'm working on one of my members, trying to get her into the wire chat because like I said, we are transferring over there. Okay, so what's going to be our next subject, guys? What's going to be our next subject so I can push buttons on a screen and really suck at this? And to the new people, hey, I appreciate you guys. I love new people. I love how there's this constant rotation of people in and out of here. Some people stick around. Some I get to create relationships with. If you are interested, a little bit of self-promotion, there's a link in the description to become a member. If you do decide to do it, make sure that you sign up at the Doomsday Prepper level because you just get access to everything. It's really weird how I was forced to set it up. The first one's you got emojis. You know, it's like, okay, whatever. And then the middle one's like, I just like everything. You just access to everything. And then the other one is like, if you have more money, then you know what to do with. So, how do you make proper coffee? That depends. Graham's, used to be a coffee snob. All right. I used to love the coffee that came in the MREs. And that was like my ritual. You know, every morning I had a cup of coffee, you know, with whatever, you know, this was back then. You might be old enough, man. This was back then when they used to make the omelet with cheese that didn't have any cheese in it. So you had to like go to and get the jalapeno cheese from the fake tacos. You know, you had to like do some wheeling and dealing or combine manual so that you could have like one good breakfast in the field for the week. Yeah, I used to be, I used to be kind of a coffee snob. I start to ground my own coffee. I still do, but it's really hard to find coffee beans that are like fresh. There is nothing like coffee beans that they're still green, that they're freshly roasted. I like a light roast. And then immediately grind those puppies up so they still got some of that oil left in them. You know what I'm saying? And then just drink it black. Just drink it black. Well, I can tell you that the technology of today has really, really changed. A lot of people don't like instant coffee. And I've been drinking these. I didn't even know I was drinking them, right? I didn't even know where they came from. But I was drinking like these instant coffee packets forever. Matter of fact, there's some in that one right there. It just had this like creamy, nutty taste to it. And I was like, wow, this is really good. And I look at it on the package and it's Taster's Choice, what is it? Hazelnut. And I hate hazelnut coffee. And this was delicious, right? So I go back and forth. I do like drip coffee. If it's just like your standard, what is it? Like Dunkin' Donuts brand. I'm not really a fan of the Black Rifle coffee unless you get the one that has the light, roast, the light roast. They make one that is light roast. That one I like. The others just have this strong, super bittery taste to me. But and then I like that. I'm not really a French press guy, but I am a pour over guy. I do like pour over. I'm not really a fan of cowboy coffee either. It just has a taste that I don't like. I mean, I'll drink it if it's cold and we're in the field. I'll drink that coffee no matter however you made it. You could filter it through your chest hair, and I'd probably still drink it. You know. Can you give a topic for questions? Yeah. The Lamb's Light, definitely. Today is AMA, bro. Basically, ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies. But yeah, get on it. Write a question in there. Let's see. How do you make proper? Hopefully, I answered your question, Gary. Hopefully, I answered you. I'm not really my favorite thing to do is find a place that makes really, really good coffee and go there as much as possible. There's a place here in town. It's a bakery, and their coffee is perfect every time. So, let's see here. Well, handle, make the coffee. Number 13 was number 13 the omelet? That's hilarious, man. It's I've forgotten all that stuff. I really wish I remembered all those things. Like your favorite number. It's like you were just like you didn't even read it. You just like looked for the number. You would look, and you could look at the case and see if it was 1 through 12 or 13 through 24, and you would know, like, I want that case. You know what I'm saying? I remember when they used to hand out MREs just to, like to platoon sergeants and platoon commanders. They would just like throw a case of MREs at you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I love me the omelet MRE. Living in. Good to see everybody just checking in and saying, hey, buddy, long time for I caught alive. There you go. Living in. Thank you. The Lamb's like, dynamite roasting here in Black Mountains, NC, are great. Okay. That's a good one. That's good. Tim Hortons. Yeah, well, basically, Tim Hortons is Dunkin' Donuts. But I can tell you that Dunkin' Donuts has been kind of screwing the pooch lately. I think she just finally got in here. There she is. Okay. It looks like you're all set. All right, so JDM got herself into the wire. If you're a member, you guys should be moving over to wire. Yeah. Let's see. You know what? I've been talking about you. You suck at this. You should give up. This freaking guy, man. That's just too funny. It's just too funny. I mean, has he even looked? And you know what I was noticing too? I made a lot of videos for members. Like, only members get to see them. It's kind of funny. Where we get? Let's see. I got to push this button so you guys can see it. Hold on a second here. I've got 3 screens running the command center today, and none of them seem to be working. All right, so there's the channel right there. This is the upgrade. And somebody complained about, well, it wasn't really a complaint. They said I freaked them out. I took a picture and I put it into Grok, and I was like, hey, enhance this picture, then it made me look too young, and then I was like, make me look older, and then it like put splotches all over my face, like I was, an octogenarian and shit, right? And I was like, no, you dumb machine. Just give me like a couple of wrinkles, and then it did that. And then I realized that the eyes weren't the right color. So how does it like change my eye color? So I made it give me like blue eyes, right? And somebody freaked out about this picture. So I was like, okay, I better just put a real picture in there. So yeah, there's a real picture now, taken freshly this morning. But what I was referencing was a lot of videos that are members only videos that a lot of people have never seen before. Popular videos, members only videos. Let's go to members only videos. And then I'll if you guys put something in the chat, then I will come back and look at that. Let's see here. We got the transitioning to wire. Water preps came in handy when I was talking about how my water was gone. We got some members only unscheduled live streams. I found a huge hole in my preps, emergency water ideas, groceries. I mean, just a whole buttload of videos that only the members have seen. It's kind of interesting if you think about it. I'm trying to get it so that I can do more like educational type stuff on the member side only. But with all the things that are going on these days, it's a little difficult. And by the way, guys, I have stopped doing shorts. If you guys didn't know this, YouTube has like completely like gone, they're 100% trying to make as much money as they possibly can off of shorts. And so that they're just showing that to everybody. I would get, it's like my regular videos, like this one right here. I made this one. It really bothered me that this one only got 63 views, but whatever. That one, let's use that one, 300 something views, right? But we go to shorts. It's 826 views on a fan on top of an oven. You know what I'm saying? They're really pushing these things. If you guys go look at your, like, hold on, let me show you my, where are we at here? Sign out, Google, YouTube Studio, home, right? So what YouTube has done is all of the long form videos, it's like nobody. They're not showing long form videos to people anymore. So people are like making these videos and no one is seeing them, right? So at the top of my feed, I just showed you this is like what I'm supposed to be seeing. 2 long form videos, right? And then nothing but frickin' shorts. Pages and pages of it. 1, 2, 3 lines of shorts. So what do we got here? 5, 6, 7. No, where are we at here? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then more shorts. And then now we're into the long form stuff, right? It's absolutely crazy. You guys are probably getting like bombarded from shorts. It's crazy. All right, so let's see here. We got some stuff in the chat. Dynamite roasting. Okay, Tim Horton's up here. Even if in the Black Mountain they have a retail place where you won't be sorry. I got you. I will definitely look them up, Lamb's Light. Let's see here. Lamb's Light, the price of the coffee. Well, membership definitely does have its privileges. That's true. I talk to my members every day. Just another Russian bot. He's back. Congratulations on coming out of the closet. We're so proud of you, sweetheart. Oh, I want to personally thank you, Russian, not a bot. But here's the thing. I saw your name scribbled on the wall inside there. Okay, so you might as well come out with me. Let's do it together. Let's make it super fabulous. What a tool. Oh, you're proud of me. You're so proud of me. I think I'm going to break into tears. Raphael says the algorithm probably senses that most people on this platform enjoy useless content. Well, there is some of the, hey, Debbie, good to see you. Good to see you. There is some, YouTube has actually made it so it's like more difficult to scroll. But it's super subtle. But it's still there. I watch people watch people, okay? And they're just like, and every time they do that, that's a view. And every time that view is registered with that account, okay, not their account, the person who made the video, there's like 0.0000001 cents generated. It's absolutely crazy, the amount of money that they're making on these shorts. That's what it's like. So it's, it's like, hey, do you want to make $100 in an hour, or do you want to make $100 in 100 hours? That's the difference between short form and long form video. It's crazy. What do we got here, Gary? Hey, Debbie. Just loaded wire. How do I find you, or is it a members only? No, it's, hold on a second here. Yeah, look for me. Hold on a sec here. Go put this in and send me a message, okay? And I'm looking at it right now. And when you pop in, I will say, boom, now you're in. I'll drag you in. I'll get you into the YouTube members only chat. Easy work. Matter of fact, I'll move it over here. Hopefully it doesn't like take up the whole screen. I'm trying to do way too many things at once. Way too many things at once. I'm going to move that over there. All right, I think that'll work. I think that's a good setup for me right there. The lamb's light. I bet I can like find you maybe. What is that? This is function. Let's connect. The lamb is the light. I just found you. I just found you. Connect. There we go. So I just sent you a connection request. And when you accept it, then I'll drop you inside of the YouTube members only chat. We'll be connected. We'll be together. Let's see here. Gary, prices are all about like Starbucks. Slightly less. You can smell the roasting beans down the valley. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, it's funny that you we're kind of talking about a little bit of retail stuff. I don't want to bore you guys to death. All right. Looks like she has accepted my request. And if you're not familiar with the, I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to get you into, it can be a little clunky from time to time, to be honest with you. It's not super user friendly. Add participants. Going down to the T's. The lamb's light. Select. Add. All right. And we're going to go at the lamb's light. You are in! Exclamation point. Ba-cha-cha-cha. All right. Let's see here. And I don't think there's actually a real problem with showing anybody this stuff. It's not like we're hiding anything here. Yeah. There we go. But yeah, I was actually watching a video yesterday about pyramid schemes are hot right now. I got you. Hey, what's up, Hunter? What do we got here? What is going on here? What is going on? Good to see you. There we go. There we go. You are in, young lady. Deanna's saying hi. Everybody's firing up their Wire app. It was our backup system forever. By the way, for those of you on Wire, you're being watched right now. Anyway, so if you guys didn't know this, there's actually like a couple $1 trillion lawsuit against Walmart. I'm not sure what the details of it are, or if it's complete yet, but I was watching this video on it yesterday where the Walmart is actively trying, or they're selling. So if you go to Pepsi, the Pepsi company, right? And you say, I want to buy wholesale 1 million cases of Pepsi, right? They're going to give you a price. And if you're Walmart and you go to Pepsi and you say, I want 1 million cases of Pepsi, they're going to give you a different price that's actually lower. They're actually working with Walmart to keep other grocery stores from being able to compete with them with Pepsi. And that's against the law. But they stopped, I think it was in 1984, they actually stopped prosecuting people for that law. It's still on the book. It's will, you know what I'm saying? But it's weird. It's weird. It's like, what? Why? Why would they be doing this? This is not logical to me. You know what I'm saying? Just sell. Why? Because they're kind of just doing whatever the hell they want to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess they feel that they're making more money with Walmart than anybody else, and they can like get more money from other companies or other grocery stores. But it was a very interesting video. So it's like, what's the resolution on this thing? I mean, I should be pumping out at 1080p. I don't know why that. There we go. That's better. All right, let's see here. How we get a buzz going in here? Wow, we get a buzz going in here. Okay. Gary Price was like Starbucks, slightly less. You can smell the roasting. Okay. Pyramid schemes. No problem, Lamb's Light. Walmart sells AI slop nowadays. What do you mean? Hunter, I'm really curious. I'm like, what do you mean? Let's see here. I'm Debbie Toole. I thought we were talking to Gary. I forgot who I was talking to. I got you. Oh, I'm Debbie too. So Lamb's Light is actually your name is Debbie then. Okay. Wow. Let me know if I'm getting that right. Also, I'm not seeing any other questions in the chat. You don't know what AI slop is? Oh no, I know what AI slop is, but you said they're selling it. But that's what I'm saying. I know exactly what AI slop is. I can find AI slop, like, matter of fact, it's so bad that it is like, it's like a virus. It's just permeating. I think I told somebody yesterday that basically AI is the shit gravy they're pouring on everything these days. Billy King, what's up, Broseph? Yes, you may ask me anything. I may not answer it if you're going to get me kicked off of YouTube, but yeah, I'll answer anything. I already told it. Billy, you missed out. I told everybody my first name. Yeah. How many years did that take? Like 6? Gary Graham, enlighten us. But yeah, AI slop is basically artificially intelligent videos that are made by artificial intelligence that are just absolutely awful. You can literally like your brain knows this is bleh. You know what I'm saying? AI is probably the Antichrist. I don't know about that because we kind of created it ourselves. Let's see here. Suburban Prepper. What's going on, bro? Share why you went a different way with the channel name. I was not sure for a second. Okay, I think that's a great question, Suburban Prepper. And I kind of hit on it earlier. You know, it's like, no, I'm not going through a midlife crisis. I'm too old for that. I mean, I'm not losing my mind. If anybody wants me to get Hillary, yeah, that's whatever's, but I'm not suicidal. No, it's nothing. It's not any crazy stuff like that. What I found out was through kind of sparring with some other channels out there that are actually like I still think they're crap. Okay, I'm not going to name the names. I still think they're crap. But they have a lot of people that are that are part of the community, and I think that they're crap because they think it's their community. There's like a cabal that hates my guts, and I'm always an advocate of like doing the after action. Like, what have I done wrong? You know, in my last interaction with one of them, I literally did nothing wrong whatsoever. But the guy is part of the cabal and just hates my guts because I told one of his friends that, you know, basically, what's this got to do with prepping? And that question itself really, I really pondered that question for a long period of time. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it's like, maybe I've gone so far down. I've got to the bottom of the rabbit hole of preparedness. And like I said, how many times can I say, you know, how many times can I regurgitate 8 drops of chlorine per gallon of water, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? How much information can I like relay to you, you know? And then it's like, if you're not listening, then why am I doing it? What am I really getting out of it? Because I really did want to just educate people. And I think I've done that. So it's kind of like this evolution. You know, I went through that whole Local Prepper project rebranding. And I thought maybe I could like widen my scope a little bit, but it didn't work. It was still the same thing. It just had fancier words. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still a prepper. I'm still talking about preparedness. If people want to hear about it or they have a question, somebody just asked me to like explain how to program you know, an AR, was it AR 192, 152, something like that. And I had to go look it up and like, no, I don't know anything about that radio. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still doing preparedness stuff. I've just widened my scope so that we can talk about other things. You know what I'm saying? I'm still not going to be that guy who's just regurgitating the news. I think during my last live stream, we covered like 12 subjects that were prepper mindset related, but they were also news related. I just didn't like regurgitate. I heard somebody this morning on one of their coffee shows, and they were talking about shit that's like 4 days old. You know, so I was like, man, I don't even what do I even say? I'm not saying anything. I'm just not going to say anything. So that's the whole reason for the rebrand. And people have been wanting to know more about me for years. Some people know who I am because I had to send them a package. Some people that I work with in the preparedness community actually know my name. But I also tell them, please don't, let's not spread that around for OPSEC. You know, people don't need to know who I am exactly because I have had people show up that tell me that I look the same in person as I do in my videos. Hint, hint. So, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. All right, let's see here. Hopefully I answered your question. Let's see here. Yeah, check the graphics on their kids' clothes nowadays. Really? Okay. I'll keep an eye out for that, Hunter. I do go to Walmart a lot. I really do. I'll probably go there later. I was there last night. I'll probably go again today. Let's see here. Share why you went your different ways. AI is probably the Antichrist. Good question. Who created Christ, though? Hunter, I think Christ may be like the son of an alien who made us. That's what I think. I don't know. Debbie, you tell him Christ is real. Suburban Prepper says, my next project is I'm making a prepper survival medical digital product in my channel's evolution outside of my channel videos. Well, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. Lamb's Life says, question, could you tailor prepping according to this ever-changing crisis climate? Because it's really a mental thing now, the way I see it. No, you cannot. And here's why. Prepping, I want you guys to think about, you know, it's like the world as it changes, okay? We had a government shutdown at midnight last night. Did your world end? It did not. How many days will it last? We don't know. The last one lasted 35 days. Technically, we have had 3 government shutdowns in the last year plus. Since Captain Red Tide took over, we've had 3 government shutdowns. No one died. Okay? So I use that as an example to show you that the world is not, let's switch screens here so you can see me a little bit better because I'm so freaking good looking. So there are very few things that will actually affect our world. And if those things do affect our world, then using preparedness as the standard will not affect them. Okay? If you have water, if you have food, if you have security, if you have all the gravy that goes with that, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Preparedness is a mindset that doesn't calculate for all the problems in the world. Preparedness is what makes it so you don't have to calculate for all the other problems in the world. You see what I'm saying? It's a mindset. It's a way of thinking. It's like, okay, good to go. If the day, if we get hit by an asteroid and it's a world-ending event, then how many bullets you have doesn't matter. How much water you have doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Would you even want to survive with what's left over? There's a question for the ages. But if our government turns tyrannical and we have to like go armed, there's way more of us now fighting against your own military, especially our modern U.S. military. Extremely dangerous. But there's way more of us than there are of them, and they know that. Also, they took an oath. Yeah, they took an oath. And that means they'd eventually find themselves on your side. Anywho, getting back on point, I think just use preparedness as the standard. Water, food, security, get all the gravy boat stuff, okay? And no matter what happens in the world, unless your house gets washed away, you're going to be just fine. I hope that answered your question. And I like to stay positive about it too. Learning Spanish might help. We're going to call learning Spanish a tool. Let's see here. He'll find out, Gary. Yes, he will. So you're saying steady as she goes. Yeah, exactly. Overton window stuff. Oh, wow. Overton window stuff. I've really been thinking about the Overton window lately. And you know what? This might be the first opportunity to use my mini dry erase board. Let me get it. It's right over there. Okay, so hopefully this doesn't come out backwards. I hope it doesn't come out backwards. So move the mic over here so I can get this in front of me. Hopefully the sound doesn't get stupid. I've really been wanting to use this thing for a long time. All right, so typical Overton window. Let's do this. Okay, and then let's do this. And then let's do this. And do this. And forgive me, I am not an artist. I have no artist blood in me whatsoever. All right, so this is the right, this is the left. All right, so this is a very generic looking way. I'm trying to make sure I'm not getting like blinding you guys out here of what the Overton window is supposed to be like, okay? So, God, I wish I could see this. Let me move this over here so I can, there we go. I can see it a little bit better. All right, so that square is the Overton window. Woo, there we go. I'm doing everything backwards on my head. And we're going to move over here. So that square is the Overton window, right? And the Overton window slides left and right. Generally, it depends. There's normally about 3 to 5 different features inside of it. The key one is acceptability, all right? And so you've got people that are over on the right. This is your far right. And then you got people that are over here on your far left, all right? And this window will slide depending on the way people are thinking and the things that are doing and what's acceptable in society. It will slide, okay? Sometimes it might slide over here, okay, where it's going to be mostly left mind think. We were there during the Biden years, okay? And then now we're sliding back this way. The problem is that we are no longer this arch. Man, this is really hard to do backwards. We are no longer this arch. Man, my brain has to work backwards right now. We're no longer that arch. I just took some people out. We're no longer that arch, right? There's no longer this window of common sense that slides a little bit this way or slides a little bit this way. The problem is that we have become so divided, and I'm going to go ahead and erase this now. Is that actually an eraser? I think it's just I don't like it. I'm going to use the tip eraser. So we have become so divided, and you know, you would think people that are just logical, that use common sense, that just want their kids to live right, that aren't like overly knee-jerk reaction type stuff, they don't super exist anymore. So now what you have is you have something that looks more like this. I got to draw it. Okay, and that's going to be the right, that's going to be the left, and then you've got the Overton window. I'm just going to draw a line, okay, so I can, and I will use my magnet box as the Overton window. All right, so now you have something that looks more like this. All right, so if we take the Overton window, who does it talk to? Doesn't talk to anybody. We're so divided that we can't find any common ground. So if we slide the Overton window, and slide it this way, we slide it over here. Now this is the sect of people. Oops, sorry, wrong finger. This is the swath of people. I'm going to draw a line for you. This is the swath of people that are kind of the mentality of the world. Who are those people? They're the left. How many are in the centrists, are centrists? Very few. Very few are centrists, okay? And if we, so who's really listening to the right then? There's no equal proportion to the way things are being listened to or thought about or whatever it may be, because that Overton window is sliding from side to side depending on what people think, and it really has a lot to do with voter mentality. But right now, I got to clean this up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Right now, over the last year, that Overton window has switched to like this. All right, I'm touching up my bad artistry right now. Okay. So now with Captain Red Tie in office and his administration doing those things, now everything is switching to this. So this party feels as if these people feel as if they're not being heard, and they're not. They're literally creating these two sects. These are echo chambers. Centrism is gone. Being a centrist, it's gone. And it may never come back. It may never come back. So I hope that my really bad drawing answered your questions or got you in the right mindset. I can send you guys a video of a guy who really explains this very well. If you would like, I'll be happy to put it in the chat. You guys know I share that kind of stuff all the time. I got to go find it for you, but I'll set you over there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the miniature whiteboard. If you like the miniature whiteboard, or keep it closer, put one in the chat for me. If you like the miniature whiteboard. Let's see. We got here local prepper. What's the Overton window? All right. So Suburban says, I have to disagree with you about saying we are divided. Okay. It is the left that has become so far too extreme. Okay. So yes, they have become very extreme, but it's not the far left anymore. You got to remember, we won the election by, what was that, 54%, something like that, maybe even 57%. The people on the right won the election, right? So that means that 40-something% of the United States feels something completely different. And that's, yeah, there's no more centrists. But let's see here. But I do understand what you're saying. So Hunter says, pretty terrifying presentation. Thank you. Confidence in government seems to be a unifying factor. Yeah. And you know, the thing is too, we're going to start to hear a lot of crazy talk come out of the left. We're going to hear a lot of it. It doesn't matter how much crap we dig up. It doesn't matter how many Somali pirates we put in jail for, you know, doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? None of that matters. We're going to start hearing some of the craziest stuff ever. You know what I'm saying? What is it? What is it? You know, the wannabe Barack over there on the Senate side, trying to frickin' say that the government shutdown's all the GOP's fault, and it's all this, and it's like they've been negotiating the whole time. You know what I'm saying? It's got to the point where they talk, but they don't want to be videotaped being talked, because all they want to do is I hate to say this, but the key sticking points for this government shutdown was with Department of Homeland Security and ICE and getting them to take their masks off. That's what it was. That's it. That's what they just want to take their masks off, because with the last agreement that they had, it was all about the body cams. Okay, there you go. They all have body cams. It's like the person who just wants to complain about stuff because they're not getting their way, and they just keep throwing shit at you. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. I like the whiteboard. Okay, cool. I'll keep it close. Well, you all got to 73. What's that mean? What does that mean? There's no 73 people. What is that? What's that? Y'all got to 73. I don't know what that is. Tell me what that is, Gary. I'm very curious. I'm very statistically oriented. Sperm Prepper says, that reminds me how the left has power and on the West and East Coast and Chicago, and us regular, we live here in the middle. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here's the thing. People that live in these large cities, they are wholly dependent on the government that surrounds them to protect them. People that don't live in cities want to protect themselves. So they will expect the government to solve their problems. People that live away from these cities do not expect the government to solve their problems. It's that easy. And so you're going to end up with a certain ideology behind that kind of way of life. You know, it's like yesterday I was showing the first ever free grocery store in New York City. And then I had to explain that, oh, by the way, that store was it's a pop-up. It's only going to last until the 17th. And it was set up and funded by Poly Market. Okay. And that's, oh, by the way, they actually made like a $1 million donation to food banks in New York City. And then poof, they get to wash their hands of it. Then they get to take the tax write-off. So it's like, and then the one that they decide to set up actually was like, I think it was like the West Village or the East Village, like where all the rich people live and shit. You know, there was a line out the door, man. Yeah. Yeah, because you had flyers up all over the place for the last week saying free food in a week. You know, if that was in like one of the places that actually they need it to be, like where Mamdani wants to build these free grocery stores in his socialist mindset, then they would have put it like down in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? They would have put it like someplace where there's really a need for free food, you know, but the optics of that wouldn't work because people would clean that sucker out in a day. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. All right, let's see here. Looks like there might be a question in here. Let's see. Remind us the power on the West. Okay. Smart Prepper says, funny how the left for years kept saying to keep those masks on when it suits their. Oh, 100%. 100%. They just want them to do that. They just want to. Everything that they're doing is not about what they're doing. It's all about something else that they want to happen. That's the easiest way to remember how they operate. West Virginia Pappy says, ICE still funded. They'll just keep DHS down. Yeah, exactly. You know, ICE is still out there doing their jobs. They're funded on the big, beautiful bill, you know. And it's funny, too, because it's, you know, Department of Homeland Security. That's the Coast Guard. When they stop rescuing people, where we got TSA, when they actually like, dude, this is the third time you've done this to us in in 380 days. Yeah, resign. I got a cold. I got the COVID. I can't come to work for 14 days. Yeah. It's all fun and games until people can't travel out to go, get to spring break. You know what I'm saying? It's all fun and games till the people in the TSA that we hate so much don't show up to do their jobs, and then the pressure will come down. I don't know how long the government shut. I don't think people even noticed. I honestly don't think people noticed. It's crazy. Shane Penrod, I haven't seen you in a while, man. Thanks, man. Thanks for showing up. But now that they have cameras, they don't want cameras. What's up? Make up your mind. I know, right? Hunter says, smells like a psyop, man. It's got a distinct smell to it. It's trying to wrap your head around the level of craziness that these people are doing. It's a complete waste of time. It's like what the Lamb's Light was asking, like, how do we adapt to this? You don't have to. Just let it play out. You know what I'm saying? Just let it play out. Just like, just pretend you're in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And get, you see something breaking out across the street, get your lawn chair and your 40 out and gather your men. And we're going to sit down and laugh at this whole thing. That's exactly what I would do. You know what I'm saying? My whole mentality behind preparedness is I've always wanted to be this guy sitting on his front porch with his rocket launcher watching the world explode in the background. Because I know that in the end, it's all going to be like, okay, we've gone too far. And I just glug, 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 keep it up, guys. I don't even have to get involved in it, It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what? I'm going to try and fix this chat since I have you guys in there right now. I hate this whole... nope, I grabbed the wrong thing. There we go. I'm not a fan of this whole thingamabob they keep trying to throw in there. I don't want to update that. We're just going to leave that right there. I think that's going to work. What do you guys think? You think that's going to work? Yeah, I think we'll just get rid of that. There we go. Oh, that looks much better. That looks so much better. Okay, what do we got here? Fishing guy. MSM is... Canada has not mentioned the government shutdown. I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly, man. The Canadian news, the Canadian mainstream, the Canadian Broadcasting Network is going to friggin' only tell you the things that the Canadian government has approved, that they want you to. They remind me, you remember that show, that movie, Good Morning Vietnam, Robin Williams, and they had the two twins that like reports would come out on the teletype. And they would like, nope, just start lines. Nope. Okay, you can say that. That's the way it is. That's the way it is in the Socialist Republic of Canada right now. So get in your van, man, and Dukes of Hazzard's right over the border. That's what you need to do. That's like that. What is it? The Canadians are all the Canadian government's all pissed off because the Captain Red Tie has said, hey, oh, by the way, that bridge that you're building into Chicago that you guys all paid for and everything that you think you control. No, I think we're going to control half of it, and we're going to control who can go over it from our side, because that's the way, international borders work. Yeah, they had this whole thing set up so that they could just push as much stuff into America as they wanted to. And Captain Red Tie was like, yeah, we're done with that. Let's see here. Hunter says, have you covered any of the drone stuff? Why we shot some down, let others fly across the country before recovery, and why we put others on the news in New Jersey. Oh, others on the news in New Jersey. Are you talking about that whole original drone thing? Like people were freaking out. They were only flying at night, stuff like that. Is that what you're talking about, Hunter? Because I want to be specific, because there's several stories about the drones. Suburban Prepper says, I don't get to join chats anymore during the week on account of having to work at the clinic. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm trying to do as many live streams as I possibly can, because I think that I reach more people that way. You know, my videos, they don't do as well as I want them to do, but that's because YouTube has identified my YouTube channel as a shorts channel. And I don't want that anymore, so I've stopped doing the shorts, and I'm only doing live streams and the videos that are necessary. Let's see here. There's been 4 drone instances so far, most recent in El Paso. Okay, so you're talking about the, I don't know, I haven't read anything about ones that are flying all over, you know, but so based off of what I've read, there were drone incursions in the El Paso region that were detected by some very high-end classified devices that the military has that were designed to identify and shut down drones. And apparently there was some drone activity in that region that was based on the cartel. Now, I know for a fact that it would be logical to allow these drones, as long as they're not impeding air flight, and as long as they're not, you know, specifically pointed at like a target of interest, to try and give them the chance to evaluate the capabilities of these drones and the controllers. Okay. So like, what is its range? How high does it normally fly? They try to build a profile on what's happening, okay, so that they can learn and prepare for it, right? So they may have let some drones fly further than normal, you know what I'm saying? But there were several that were taken down electronically in the El Paso region. Let's see here. In El Paso and drone, they have testing grounds at White Sands, top secret training. I can assure you of that. My background. Yeah. No, I'm tracking with you. I know several people that work at White Sands. But you know, like I said, there's military technology out there. There is military technology out there that has been used in theater, and its goal was to be able to protect from drone attacks. But they did confirm that there actually is one of those devices at the airport in El Paso. So my issue is they shut down airspace without notifying local government or Fort Bliss. Well, yeah, because it's instant. Instant. You know what I'm saying? That NOTAM went up instantly. Alerts were sent out instantly because aircraft that are flying into the area, you needed to be aware of it instantly. You know what I'm saying? Time to reroute, guys. But I think instead of looking at it as a negative thing, I think looking at it as a positive thing, because this was definitely a cartel probe to see if they could do something, to see how much of a defense system may have been set up there. They're obviously probing for weak points, and it didn't work out too well. So the drone had over a 6-foot wingspan. Yeah, aviation-wise, that's kind of small. I mean, let's see here. Oh, let me look this up. Where are we at here? Iranian drone specs. Let's see here. The Shahed 136. Shahed 136, where are we at here? 3 kilometers, 200 kilometers. Let's see if they actually say wingspan. Let's do a search. Control F. Wingspan. All right. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's actually kind of small. So even with the, I'm sorry, I forgot to put this on for you guys. There you go. So this is the most common drone. This one is made. This is the Shahed 136. It's made by Iran. It's the one you guys heard about. Like 1,000 of them are going towards Israel. This thing only has a wingspan of 8 feet. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually still kind of small. It's actually kind of small. I went to basic at Fort Bliss. Went back in 1989. Best 10 weeks of sleep, exercise I ever had. Going through recruit training for the Marine Corps. I don't remember actually getting any real sleep. That was back when we still had to, We're gonna push that button. That was back when we still like did everything in the middle of the night. That was like the magical hour, because somehow when you woke up in the morning, your camis were pressed, your boots were spit shined, everything you needed to know was absorbed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you had the little green flashlight with the angle on it, so you could like read your knowledge, so you'd be ready for the next day. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Maybe they were Venezuelan drones looking for ELP Residente. El Presidente in El Paso. Yeah, you know, the thing is, it's like the technology is really not there. We have the most advanced stuff. But I mean, like even with the Shaheed drone, where are we at here? Mass length, built. I'm looking for range. Let me find the range. Let me find range. Range. That's cost range. No range. So with the Shaheed drones, you're looking at 1,600 miles. So could they have got to the White House from there? Maybe. But I mean, I don't know, man. Let's crack this. You know what? Let's turn this on so you can see it. You can see what I'm doing, and we will go to Earth, Google Earth. There we go. We'll throw that up on the screen as soon as it pops open. Of course, it popped open on the wrong screen, but we can always put it over here. And let's go to El Paso. Scrolling in on the Earth. All right, so there we go. Where you at? Show me El Paso. There's Fort Davis, and let's get this straight up. There's Fort Davis. Where's El Paso at? Texas. You have to excuse me. I don't know exactly where El Paso is. There's Fort Bliss. All right. Isn't Fort Bliss? Is Fort Bliss El Paso? Let me search for it. El Paso, Texas. All right. Okay, so there we go. So there's our Mexican border, right up in that corner right there. And then let's just go ahead and measure a distance. Let's go ahead and miles. Okay, that's fine. And we're just gonna go, I don't know, blah. Let's do there. Let's start there. And let's go to Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. There's Maryland, Virginia, Washington, D.C. And you know what? Let's do it. Let's be accurate. Downtown Washington. I guess the White House is around here someplace. I don't know what. There we go. All right, so boom. All right, so that is 1,743 miles. So they don't got the legs, man. Their drone does not have the legs to get that far. I don't care what anybody says. Magical tools. They're always fun. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Could have come from Venezuela. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. See. Go to Venezuela too. See the owl. See the owl, everyone? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, man. Okay, so what are we going to talk about now, guys? What we've got? How many people we got in here? We got like 8 people watching. It says I have 8. How many people does it say is watching on your side? That is a question I have for you. Why is this so small? Why is this doing this? So weird, some of this stuff. It's so weird. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. They could set up a FARC refueling with some trucks, but they wouldn't make it to near DC airspace on account of the active ADA. I don't know about that. I mean, it's such a stretch to think that. I mean, they might think that they can try it. You know what I'm saying? But the technology is so high end on our side that it's like, yeah, it's. But you know, we've been caught off guard before in the past, so it could be something. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Bob. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. It's where's that's what I got. Let's go with that. YouTube members chat. There we go. Okay, I don't have anybody else dropping in. All right, so if you guys don't throw a subject at me, I'm just going to turn this thing off and go on my merry little way. But it has been a lot of fun. I want to thank all the new people that are popping in here and some of the old ones that I haven't seen in quite a while. Make sure that you guys have all hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed and the thumbs up button. All right, let's see here. All the big boys, law enforcement, find a little old lady. Can't find a little old lady. Oh, West Virginia Pappy. Wow, that is she's dead. My gut tells me that she's dead. And I think that this shows a massive hole in law enforcement's capability that they thought they had. Bye and thank you. I'm not going anywhere. Bye. I said I might if you don't put something in. West Virginia Pappy saved your ass. My gut tells me that she's dead, and she did live in kind of a secluded little area. And it's funny, if you look at it on the map, it really looks like there's lots and lots of stuff there, but there's so much ground clutter from the desert. Someone snatched her ass up. Someone took her. What they were doing, no one knows. You've got the Ring camera that was messed with, and no other cameras in the area because of the way that she lived and the way the people in that area live. The law enforcement has gotten really, I don't want to talk bad about them. I don't, but their jobs in these particular kinds of situations have become very easy because of all of the cameras that are in the area. We talked about this with the Ring camera and the AI that is inside of it, the facial recognition that they say doesn't exist but does exist. In fact, since doing that video and talking about it on the live stream in the last few days, Ring has actually backed up and said that, oh, we're not going to do all that. We're only going to do the dog stuff. Yeah, because of all the backlash that they got. So they're just going to do all that stuff covertly. Good news is they did end their relationship with what's that other camera? What is it? What is the name of that other camera? Flock. They had a relationship in place with Flock and law enforcement, and they have severed that relationship because people don't want to be frickin' watched. They don't want to be watched. So it's crazy. And now law enforcement, if they don't have access to those tools, then people can actually get away with the cameras and get away with these crimes. And the other thing too is they could very well use this to make it so they have to be networked together, so that they can solve these crimes for the better good, almost like pre-crime. Let that one sink in, Let's see here. What you said about law enforcement. Where are we at here? My old Army unit had drones, and this is something it does as a far refueling in weird places. Oh yeah, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Let's see here. My gut says that her daughter has all that money, etc. She should have had security ongoing. Yeah, I mean, when people don't think that they're under threat, they don't do things like that. They're like, I'm fine. Nothing's nothing's happened for 35 years, and then one day something happens. Hunter says, since Epstein killed himself, anything is possible. Hundreds of companies like Flock. Yeah, there are other companies out there like that, but they're not prolific in the law enforcement community. Law enforcement, unfortunately, they're pretty simple creatures. They They find something that they like, they lock onto it, and they spend as much money as they can on it. There are flock cameras here on the eastern shore of Virginia in the middle of nowhere for no reason. It's like, why is this here? Well, it's pretty simple. They want to be able to track the people who move in and out of that area so that if something goes down, they can go, hey, what happened here? Oh, and oh, by the way, those cameras are actually sending the information back to a network that actually is tracking the movements of people. So let's see here. Suburban Prepper says that's the difference between a prepper mindset. Okay. Let's see here. All right, so I'm not really seeing a lot of stuff happening in the chat. What do we got? Let me check and see here. You guys said I had like 11 people in or 8 or something like that. Let me refresh. Let me refresh. It says there's 13 people in here. That's pretty good. That's not bad. I just wish you guys would give me a little bit more to talk about here because my brain is like poof, poof. For those of you that don't know, I am moving back to North Carolina. It's going to be a slow process. There's no defined date on it. It will interfere with my video schedule. Yeah, I'll be moving back to the state where it's free to be an American. So let's see here. How did they get suspect video at the door if the subscription wasn't active? Because the ring system is very simple. How do I explain this? I have a Simply Safe system on my property, and I do not have a subscription because the subscription is for monitoring. All the devices have memory cards in them. So, you know what I'm saying? So SD cards. And so it's constantly recording things. How far back it can go, I'm not sure. I think that would have a lot to do with, it's not like constantly recording. It's like when it detects motion or movement or light changes, and then it turns on. And then is it programmed to take a snapshot, or is it programmed to take a video? And how long is the video? And so that's actually how they do it. That's how they got the information. I used to live in NC as a child. Yeah, I mean, overall, North Carolina's always been a red to purple state. It did turn blue for a while, but the governor was nuts, and he's gone. We do have a brand new Democrat governor in the state of North Carolina, but as I understand it, it's not really going to be great for them because the Republicans still own the legislature, so getting the craziness across the aisle over to the government to sign, or the governor to sign, is nearly impossible. So, and North Carolina does have a stalemate law. So I think it's like after you send it over to the governor for signature, if he doesn't sign it in like 10 days, it automatically becomes law. So. Are you moving to coast, mountains, or central area? Coastal area. The coastal area. I would love to move in the mountains, but that's not where my property is. Okay. Okay, so the chat has basically died. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Obviously, I'll do more of these. If you like this content, then make sure you guys share it out with your friends. You will be my daughter's neighbor in North Carolina. There you go. I've actually found 3, maybe 4 people in North Carolina that are in our group that I had no idea they lived in North Carolina. So I was very surprised. And they live near me, too. At least 2 of them live near me. So, all right. So once again, yeah, that's going to be about it, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on the way out the door. If you're not subscribed, please do so now. If you would like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can find the best stuff on the planet for preparedness. Not a joke. Not a joke. I'll make 32 cents every time you spend, I don't know, $100. Something like that. All right, that's going to be about it. Stay safe. Have a great day and